Good morning, everybody. Interpersonal neurobiology, right? I'm delivering on this topic for the first time in any course. Earlier, I was not knowing this subject. Last year, when I came across a book on mindfulness by one of the doctors, I was surprised to understand his curiosity about engineering subject. A doctor entering into engineering, he's talking about chaos theory, so many things. Soon I will come to that. Electrical engineering, chemical processes, so many different engineering, not only engineering, other sciences, disciplines came together. See, there was a subject some 20, 30 years back which was called as neurobiology. Right? Your brain is an organ. We say it's computer, and it is the best computer in the world. Nobody is able to get the brain recreated artificial way. Right? We do not know anything about the brain. Maybe 1 or 2%, at the most 5%. And whatever we know has come in the last 20 years after the imaging modalities, functional MRI, PET, and all these imaging modalities have come up, CT. After that, something we know. But one thing is there, neurobiology means electrical engineering people know a simple cell, how the potential varies, right? If I am alive, on the sinoatrial node, you have seen ECG and all those things, there are some cells which automatically go above the threshold, and I get the pulse. Immediately what happens? The heart gets contracted, the pure blood is thrown out of the walls, and all the parts of the body receive it. It starts exactly when you come out of your mother's womb. You start breathing on your own. The day we end, till that time it all happens, and that is neurobiology. But the development of the child is dependent on interpersonal relationship. Initially, it is the attachment with the mother, father. Your brain gets shaped there. Is it possible to gauge how this brain is getting shaped? Is there any relevance to the optimal functioning of the human being? See, a human being after 20 or 30 years, one becomes a full functional, earning 10 lakhs per, very friendly with everybody. The other one earns the same amount, but he would not like to spend on anybody else. He lives a soul life, gets into the depression. Right? After a huge treatment, again comes back. So, optimal functioning of the human being is of utmost importance. In my opinion, students should understand what gives you optimal functioning. You can maximize enjoyment, but that will not be optimal functioning. You can maximize learning. That cannot be the optimal functioning. You can maximize earning. That cannot be the optimal functioning. And optimal functioning is a very complex thing. It is not same for everybody. It is different for different. If we ask Sachin to do the mathematics, he may not function optimally. It means the chance to give everybody to do his or her best should be the optimal function. And that is the topic of interpersonal neurobiology. It is a combination of many disciplines. See, different interdisciplinary neuroscience, how the brain functions. There are interventions, right? If I am not able to do something properly, some signals can be stimulated into the brain and that functionality will be removed. You can go on YouTube and see some such neurosurgeons and neurologists working together to work on some diseases. So, brain was studied like a mechanical object, right? Suppose I am not able to keep my hand still. Which neurons in the brain are not allowing me to keep it still, make vibrating? Give the signal so that I keep my hand still. This is very important in engineering. That is neuroscience. I gave you one example, so many things are happening. Developmental psychology. See, the onset of the depression for US students is around 15 years, whereas for Indian students it is 28 years. But the changes in the lifestyle that we are making definitely will reduce it, not increase it. So they are studying what makes the US students prone to depression at an early age. So that is developmental psychology. So many things are happening. Anthropology, how relationship and brain are related. Culture has got a large impact on the brain. Psychiatry. See, somebody is suffering from disease. See, today you'll find many people have huge money. But if the son or daughter is suffering from autism, what the money is of use? There is no treatment available. So these people are funding and people are trying to find out the ways. So this also is going on. And so many other engineering disciplines. I will just, I'm giving you the precursor. This new word, you can say, consilience. The discovery of common findings from independent disciplines. See, if a student is feeling depressed or suppose he is not interested in studies, he goes for a run 5 kilometers, comes back and he feels okay. He starts, some neurotransmitters are transmitted. Or he can take a tablet sitting at his own table, after 15 minutes he gets the same. Which one is the preference? That's important. Sedentary lifestyle is creating a lot of problems. So developmental psychology has found out that running vigorously for 5 kilometers gives the neurotransmitters which this tablet is giving. So why take the tablet? Why not run for 5 kilometers? It is good for health. Your muscles are also improved. When you are running, somebody else will come. Interpersonal relationships will be developed. Those skills are important in today's world to grow to greater heights. So that's why I have used this discovery of common findings. These independent disciplines are pointing towards again same things for the human functioning, for optimal human functioning. The brain is the most social organ in the world. Right? See, you are looking at my face, understanding the expressions and immediately responding. This happens. A good friend comes, you immediately get up, right? Enthusiasm comes in. You had a fight with somebody and you want to now forget it. Then also, see, that peace comes out. You don't want to forget it. Immediately anger will come. All these things are, see, your eye is processing the signal. Actually, the image that is falling on the retina is first decoded as electrical signals in the visual cortex, which is at the back of the brain. Right? But visual cortex is like, see, camera पे picture आ गया, उसका interpretation कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. Interpretation is done by the brain. How that interpretation is done, we don't know today. That is we have the density of sensors which the retina has. But how the human brain interprets the signals from the human retina, we don't know. There are two parts of the brain, right part and left part. All of you might be knowing about this thing. That man got Nobel Prize. Right part it responds very quickly, it responds to these signals. And these are all electrical. After all, they are neurons, Hebb's law. Neurons that wire together, fire together, you might have heard the same thing. And you interpret. That means when I see a picture, how I interpret is definitely, I have some role in that. So that comes. Awareness is a crucial aspect of how we use the mind to alter the course of our lives. See, a scene is See, Rabindranath Tagore saw some waterfalls and say how beautiful this is. Some engineer saw and he said, oh, why should not be a water dam? Means awareness is important. And the one who trains the brain gets aware. Sand is everywhere. Why not silicon industry? Silicon industry is the most crucial industry in the world. But we have ample sand, so much as seashore. We could not develop silicon industry. What could be the reasons? Having raw material is one thing. Using it to the optimal functioning is the other thing. Every human being is same. Not much. So how that optimality can be obtained, that we would like to reflect. To know our minds, we need to know about the body, including nervous system that is distributed throughout and interacts with the entire. See, 400 years back, Ramdas Swami gave Manache Shlok. Prophetic words. Those are the prophetic words. What those prophetic words have told, now that has come as engineering in interpersonal neurobiology. The definition of the mind, you just look at, see now this becomes technical, too much engineering. Whereas what Ramdas Swami gives simple, easy to recite, easy to understand. Okay? So we'll come slowly to the definition, working definition. Defining mind is, see, mind is in the brain. Brain is hardware. If mind is in the brain, then you are seeing me, you feel happiness. In the brain there is no happiness. It is in the relationship. That means mind is outside the brain. Is mind only in the brain, not in the heart? If heart is not functioning properly, you cannot understand mind. And when you are really happy, you forget your mind. You are one with the universal mind. Vishwache artha majha mani prakashil. That way. And very few people on earth can attain that. And those who attain, we respect them. So now people in the Western world are thinking about the mind in interpersonal neurobiology perspective, and brain is the most social organ, means all humanity, moreover all the living creatures, whatever saints have said, they are experiencing it in the scientific way. See, I am talking, you are listening. You understand English, I understand English. How the message is going? See, I am making some impressions on the air which is close to me. That air, that audio energy is linked to your nervous energy. And once your nervous nerves are getting that information, air, khatam. In your human ear, there is nervous system, then electrochemical processes. And those electrochemical processes have some pattern. They go into the oral area of the brain, right? And that oral area is interpreting the meaning of the word energy. Energy means capability of doing some work. So, can you lift this bottle from this place to this place? It's very easy to ask. Asking requires very little energy, but doing requires a lot of energy. But I can sit here, somebody else will come do it for me. That is energy. Capability to do something. If I am not able to do something, somebody else will do it. Correct? So, the mastering of energy is very important. In all the Eastern ethos, you will find that the person who is pure and sits at one place has got the maximum energy. Not in the nucleus as such. So, this is, they are experiencing now. Sometimes energy can enable work to be done, but other times it is just ability to do stuff. So all these working definitions I will keep. Swirl of energy. I am silent. There is meaning in the silence. If I am constantly talking, you will not be able to listen. I am taking a pause and then talking. And then again taking a pause. This swirl of energy, when it is emanating from me and coming to you, is doing stuff. It does not mean that when I am still, I am not doing energy, there is no energy. Is everybody with me? Understanding? Both things are important. When energy is doing the work, moreover, when I am not talking, all my brain processes are thinking properly. See, my right brain processes are getting information about my surroundings. My left brain processes, which are the centers of the language, they are searching for the right words to utter. And then, in the motor area somewhere, it is instructing the tongue that you make these movements so that the words which you are uttering are understandable to the people who are sitting before you. And if the audience is of knowing only Marathi people, this all is useless. This talk is useless, means culture and energy go together. So this is a very complex thing. Right? And see, there were many languages, not written, but oral languages. And they were talking with each other. Another swirl of energy is whatever the audio impressions I am making, I can have visual symbols. And if I give that visual, like this energy is a visual symbol. Once the energy word comes to you, it may be nuclear energy, it may be heat energy, anything. But when we are sitting in the class, you know, it is the rarefactions and compressions of the air, audio energy. I am referring to, or electrical energy for this amplifier. So these things come automatically to our mind. This brain is trained, and this is all happening automatically. It is very powerful. A pattern of energy that symbolizes something other than itself. When I say water, I write water, it's a symbol. Oral, water, the audio energy is not water. Water is something else. And when I take it, my thirst is quenched. So this is totally different thing. So we are able to point out, to write things with the use of these symbols. And brain gives this capability to everybody. Self-regulation is very important. See, humans are not like powerful like tigers, elephants, right? But they are all becoming extinct, whereas human is prospering on this earth. Why? Because we live in groups, we can share. This prefrontal cortex that is with human being is not developed in all these animals. This plan, organize, think, share, sharing of energy. See, I cannot catch elephant, but I study the habitat and I know how to catch it. With my friends, I can immediately catch it. I can domesticate. So this is possible with self-regulation. So many tigers cannot come together and stay together. Right? But it's possible with humans and without harming each other. So our brains are giving this ability and we have trained our brains in this. See, emotion is the most important thing. See, when you are seeing me, what emotion? Suppose you are considering me as an enemy. You cannot sit here. You will immediately, because you want to save your life. So emotion gives meaning to all the swirls of energy. And this we have evolved. Humans have evolved very nicely over long years. See, emotions evoke motion. Emotional balance is obtained through brain, right? The movement of an individual's internal and interpersonal lives, such as the states of arousal, attain enough intensity. See, when you for the first time heard a loud noise, you also feared, I also feared. I recollect my father took me to a pump house on the well. There was a platform, wooden platform, and as soon as the person started electric motor, I started running out of the room because it started vibrating. So my father laughed at me. Right? After 5 minutes, he held my hand and said, "Come with me, nothing to fear." And then I used to enjoy. I used to go there and I asked that person, "Please put on that. I like that vibration." When there is no danger, we would like to experience it. If there is danger, we don't want to experience it. This is quite common to the human beings. Right? This way, see, your mother, father, parents, teachers train you to learn new things. And once you learn new things, you are perfect. So this is interpersonal neurobiology. This is happening all the time. See, how many signals are there in the brain? Huge, you cannot think of. Is the power in the signals? No, it is in the interconnections. I'll write some numbers, you'll get the idea. You may know the universe, but it's difficult to know the human brain. The complexity is so high. See, there are approximately 100 billion neurons in the brain. Each neuron is connected to minimum 10,000 other neurons. Can you understand the complexity? 1 billion people. And the combinations would be, see, the different combinations that the brain can, patterns, the brain can hold is 10 into 10 raised to 6. 10 वर 10 लाख शून्य टाकायचे. A rough estimate. So we use very little of it. It is said that an average person never uses 1 to 2% of its brain. No more than 2%. And an expert uses at the most 5%. 90% of the brain power is not used. For optimal functioning, we need to mop up. Why we should not go to 10%? Then the problems of the human race may be solved very nicely. Particularly, living in peace with all others is one of the most difficult problems. Sharing resources. So there, all these things. See, this is very important. Middle prefrontal cortex. I will go to the hand model. There you will understand exactly the location of that. See, this middle prefrontal cortex, what the functions are there? Bodily regulation. See, I am breathing. My breath rate is normal. See, somebody at the back makes some mischief and I become angry. See, without knowing my breathing rate is normal, you will be able to understand I am angry. One could be the expressions on my face. Facial muscles will be. So that signal, no? Means body is processing those signals. Facial muscles immediately get strained, different locations. And is there only one neuron doing that? No. If one muscle is to be pulled, so many neurons will be firing. So many signals will be there. Huge combination. They come in a group and do that action. So that bodily regulation, when you are normal, you are not understanding how many signals you are handling. Huge number of signals are handling and your digestion proper. Heart rate proper. Respiration rate proper. Hand, no trembling, no trembling. Steady hand. Right? So everything is proper. That means lot of signal processing, but you forget about this complexity because everything is normal. So, but brain is automatically, this is done by autonomous nervous system, right? And the center for the autonomous nervous system is the brain stem. We'll come to in the diagram there. Attuned communication, when you are having, see, हे एकदम एक accident मध्ये सापडलेलं आहे. There was an accident in which a mother was not able to communicate after that with the child properly. After years of treatment, she was not able to talk to her child properly. The brain scans were available. And one old video was available. That child was watching that old video and the child told doctor that, see, my mother is not behaving like this. And that video was shown to the mother. Mother expressed, I cannot behave like that. And then it was found that portion of the middle prefrontal cortex was damaged in one of the accidents she had suffered. Her head was hit on the steering wheel and it was not possible to recover. So many times something about the brain, most of the time, brain jo bhi mila hai, accident mein mila. So that's why attuned communication. We know now the neural circuits in the brain where the attuned communication is related, not perfect. Emotional balance, response flexibility. How we give response. Fear modulation. This is important. While learning, you always fear. And if you are able to overcome the fear, you learn. If you are not, I told you, I ran out. That time I was not knowing about electrical machines. I was not knowing about pump house, getting water and all that. Actually, that is the light line. For water, that is essential. Insight. We cannot solve any problem without insight. And the prefrontal cortex has got this ability. See, vaguely the circuits are not perfect. This is huge area of research. Only thing, the tools that are required to do this research are not easily available in India. Morality and intuition. Intuition is least known. How it comes, nobody knows. The exact circuit, even vaguely is not found out. Not only exact. Morality, definitely, vague portions of the brain where the morality is there, that can be guessed. Look at the pictures. Left picture, what is the emotion? Right? Anger is lit large. Right picture, smile, happiness. Don't require any time at all. All of you have got pen and pencil. Do this calculation. Do this calculation and try to observe your internal body response, right? When you do this. See, you know the number may be somewhere around 400, but exact number is not known. That can be guessed. To do the exact thing, what you will do? You will hold the pen, think, you will recall. There are some rules which I have learned in my school. You go by the rules. And if I say that if you get wrong result, I will punish you, you will fear. And if that fear is not there, silently you will do it. Your heart rate will increase. Your pupils will dilate. While learning this happens, remember, your pupils dilate, your heart rate increases. As soon as you find the answer or you leave attempting the problem, everything becomes normal. Everything becomes normal. Answer I have given on the slide, but see, nobody notices all these things. शाळेमध्ये हे नोटीस होते, पण नंतर नोटीस होत नाही. तर हे फार महत्वाचं आहे. When you are learning a new subject, this is going to happen as it was happening in the school. Going happily through that process is important. And we must learn that for effective learning. Now, this is the working definition. Most important thing, nobody has attempted, but this is accepted by a group of researchers in the Western world. Hundreds of researchers are working in related areas. A core aspect of the mind is embodied and relational process that regulates the flow of energy and information. Working definition, you can find fault with the definitions because each discipline gives the definition of the mind. Anthropologists will talk only about relationship, right? Neuroscientists will talk about the communication in the brain, only brain communication. But real mind is not in only one brain, it is across the brains. So, a working definition which is accepted by the people who are working in this area is this. See, important thing is embodied. And mind is not contained only in the brain, in the skull, right? There is a gut brain. Gut brain, पोटात देखील neurons आहेत. There is a hard brain. Gut brain, hard brain plus skull brain. This is total mind, right? Don't say that it is only in the brain. If it is in the brain, it's wrong. Because as soon as my heat comes in touch with my finger, immediately I know. So mind should be there at the end. Not only that, if I sense the heat in the space, I get the reflex action. So mind is occupying. The mind as an emergent property of body and relationship is created with internal neurophysical processes and relational experiences. See, a child when he's growing, when his relations come close, he's happy, clings to them. Attachment is easy. When some other people are coming, or suppose the relations are बागुल बुवा वगैरे आपण सांगतो. चुकून कोणी काळे कपडे घालून आला की तो घाबरायला सुरू करतो. So all these experiences, see, somebody who is never exposed to fear will not fear. मुलामध्ये फिअर नावाची अशी गोष्ट नसते. आपण बहुतेक वेळेला वर टाकत असतो. Artificial. Right? So this is all important. This is processing. The structure and functions of the developing brain are determined by how experiences, especially within interpersonal relationships, shape genetically programmed maturation of the... See, somebody have got liking for learning. Somebody does not have liking for learning. Why? Some people are optimists. Even if they are failing this, next time I will succeed. This kind of thing is inbuilt. Whereas others, they do not get it. Why this happens? Experiments. How many of you have heard about learned helplessness? Learned helplessness. See, if you are doing something and always you are discouraged, 1, 2, 3, 4, after 5 attempts, what happens? You stop trying. Actually, you may be able to do it, but you stop trying. This is called learned helplessness. This is possible. In humans also this is possible. I feel if Indian students are not performing at par with international students, some of them might be getting learned helplessness. This is my preliminary perception. Because as soon as they cross the shores and go to US or UK, a second class person becomes topper there, immediately becomes big researcher. There is in the system, there is in interpersonal communication an element wherein we can enhance the optimal functioning of the human beings, right? So programmed maturation is very important. Studies of evolution suggest that mammalian brains are profoundly social. See, humans are always not remaining in isolation. They, family, community, village, city, this kind of, everywhere, go everywhere. This is the, through understanding the connections between mental processes and brain functioning, we can build neurobiological foundation for the ways in which interpersonal relationship, both early in life and throughout adulthood, continue to play a central role in shaping emerging mind. See, in some societies, the learning happens throughout the life, whereas in some other society it does not happen. There is a stigma. 50व्या वर्षी शाळेत जाऊन शिकतो का? This kind of, but the technology, see, this subject came in force in 90s, right? Just now, this subject is becoming a subject in the university. Somebody who passed in 80s, 1970 or 80, how he can understand this subject without going through the process of understanding this? See, this functional MRI was not there when he was graduating. It came after that. And how the energy is flowing in the brain was found out in functional MRI scans. When the person is reading, which parts of the brain are getting activated? When the person is writing, which parts of the brain are activated? And a person who is not able to write, which parts are getting hampered? And then if the same part is trained through some other process, is learning dyslexia, learning difficulties. So learning difficulties can be removed and that person can be an excellent learner after the removal of disability. All these things are coming. So these are very important. The mind is embodied and not enskulled. This I told earlier. It's not only in the skull, it is embodied throughout the body. Information is swirl of energy. It comes and goes. For rest of the time, it will be stable. We should be able to get that information, stay calm and quiet and work on that information to our development. That is what is important. The social nature of embodied and relational process that regulates the flow of energy and हे बघा, तुम्हाला एखादी दुःखाची गोष्ट सांगितली, तुम्ही धाडकन खाले पडले आणि तासभर बोललेच नाही. तुमचा मित्र काय करतो? अरे असं त्याला होईल अगोदरच अंदाज घेतो आणि तो बहुतेक वेळेला झोपायच्या वेळेला कोणाला तरी त्याच्या जवळच्या माणसाला सांगतो. म्हणजे तो ऐकल्याबरोबर झोपतो तासाभरानंतर. दिस वी डू. Social nature. We protect each other from the swirls of energy. Information consists of source symbolic meaning that we have considered. Brain is the embodied neural mechanism shaping the flow. Now, if you listen the same word next time, I say consilience. You might not have read this word earlier, but now in one of the slides it was there. Independent finding, which is pointing to the same truth in different disciplines, is consilience immediately. Infotainment was not there, it has got. So we create the symbols. Not only we, even animals create, right? Elephants have been found to create new symbols to communicate in the communities, and they teach these symbols to the younger in the group. Now, this is very important. See, mind is a relational process. See, sharing of energy and information flow is possible with mind and difficult to define. Not yet defined. People are trying to define it. Relationships and brain. Brain means, see, the enskulled brain plus gut brain plus hard brain. Hardware, mind, software, relationship, interface. So, this is true. Computer people who were there in the group, they said, see, brain is with everybody. Why the behavior is different? Because the operating system is different. They were telling operating system to be the mind. But is mind only operating system? Operating system works only with computers. Working with other computers without any connection and getting the message across. So earlier only wired networks were there. You had to add wire. Now wireless. But the range of the human brain to do this and the range the computers have is very limited. So all this is a triangle. Emotion comes exactly at the same. One person who is balanced, his mind, his brain processes, his relationship, they are all in balance, in harmony. Balance means in harmony, not all equal. Integration occurs properly. Different neural circuits in the brain. You might be knowing about the people who have got epilepsy. जे मध्येच फिट्स येऊन पडतात बघा. त्यांच्या ब्रेन मधले डिफरंट पार्ट्स इंटिग्रेशन हार्मोनी. वन्स दे लूज द हार्मोनी, They cannot make anything, any meaning. So they immediately, and after some time they come back. After that swirl of energy is stabilized, and even they also get sense and tell their friends, I'm not feeling well. So this balance and integration of different neural circuits in the human brain is very important, and that is the topic of interpersonal neurobiology. Hey, huge work, Barka. See, when you are, what is functional MRI? Okay, I will just talk once this comes. Can somebody tell me what is functional MRI? See, in functional MRI, the different neural circuits in the brain, they are taking blood in different quantities. If more blood is taken, means more energy is there. So you get a semblance of energy distribution when you are doing that activity. Suppose I am tapping my finger here. So which part of the brain? Motor cortex, right? Motor cortex will be activated. And that motor cortex will take some more blood. And so that portion will be reddened. Others will be. When I am reading as well as writing, which portion? This much. That also is a gross estimate. It's not from one neuron. See, there are 100 billion neurons. Out of that, some thousands or some millions are coming together. And you are getting estimate of what is the energy in those neurons. EEG. See, how many? 128 at the most electrodes will be placed. They can get the energy only of the cortex, cerebral cortex, upper neurons. And one electrode may be getting the energy, which is sum total of 100 million neurons. So it's a very vague estimate. And from that we want to know the emotion. Difficult task. That's why this is not yet achieved. We have not yet achieved all these things. These are all research areas today. Now look at the integration. Linking differentiated into a functional whole is called integration. Correct? See, motor cortex, which is giving signal to my tongue to make the changes in the air pressure, plus the mental processes which are thinking about the language, and the words are coming serially to you. Sequencing is done by other neural circuits. All these linking together, working in harmony, is producing this lecture. Otherwise, this was not possible. But these parts are different, differentiated. They are integrated when I am communicating. So communication is integration process. Our internal experiences are constructive processes. See, every living organism would like to function well as long as it lives. So these are all helping each other. They are integrating each other. Our social experiences can directly shape our neural architecture. Social experiences, definitely. See, I'm not getting, there is a region in Afghanistan, the people from that area, they are very well ball game players. Their reflexes are very high. And in one game particularly, they dominate. Most of the world number ones come from that region only. Jasher Khan, I am not getting the name of the game. Squash champion baga kutun yetat. Why? See, the environment and social architecture there is such that those quick reflexes are available to them. See, long distance runner coming from Kenya. Why? Because they are in the habit of doing that. So social thing, definitely. See, when you go to throw short ball, shot put, they come from most of the time Western world. Right? जब लोकांचं बॉडी वेट जास्त आहे, कमरेपेक्षा वरचं वेट जास्त आहे, ते शॉर्टपुट मध्ये जिंकतो. कमरेच्या खालचं लांबी आणि मसल स्ट्रॉंग आहेत, तो लॉंग. सो दॅट मीन्स सोशल एक्सपिरियन्सेस डेफिनेटली हॅव अ रोल इन शेपिंग who you are, brain architecture as well. लंडनच्या टॅक्सीचं उदाहरण आहे बघा. There is a particular part in the brain that's called as hippocampus, which gives you the directions and the road maps. After 15 or 20 years, each London taxi cab man was found to be developing that portion in a large amount. So why only London taxi cab have got those large? Slowly it was found that the way we travel, space around us, is encoded in that area. So they travel a lot, many lanes by lanes are known. That means social experience definitely shape the brain. Then why not intentionally shape our brain for optimal functioning? That question comes. So we must evolve system around us so that we optimally function. That is nothing but schools, colleges, all those things we do. Relationship and embodied brain are really part of one larger system. Self-regulation appears to depend on neural integration. Self-regulation से neural integration वर असतच. Some people have got better self-regulation. See, something is heard by 100 people in a class and only 5 do the outstanding word. Something special is given to the other 95% in the class. Nothing. Only those 5% have got self-regulation. They have evolved in their. Those who are optimists, they rise early in the morning, do the work and come to the office correctly 5 minutes before. Is it very difficult to do for anybody? Why majority does not do? That's why majority is not successful. The 5% who do, they are damn successful. This way. Self-regulation is the most important part. You look at those who have not gone into the schools and succeeded, they have self-regulation. Look at Sachin, never missed a single practice session. Never missed. Right? The same was not with Kambli. So these are the two best examples. What self-regulation can do. It was said in the school that Kambli has better talent than Sachin. Having only talent is not sufficient. Developing it in the right way is very important. So, these people see, to teach in the schools, रागावर नियंत्रण असणं म्हणजे काय? See, this is cerebral cortex. Look at fingers. This is amygdala, emotion center. People, suppose 15 years back, those who have read Daniel Goleman and all, this is center of emotions. Actually, these are two. Right? असाच अंगठा इकडे असता तर लेफ्ट पार्ट मध्ये एक, राइट पार्ट मध्ये. Right? These are emotional centers. Brain stem, I talked about, see, this is the spinal cord. Brain stem is at the end. I talked about autonomous nervous systems, all your bodily functions. Automatically they are controlled. You every time, sometime only you need to take, suppose you have not taken enough water, you are not properly hydrated, then you need to think, oh, I want to be in the senses. Otherwise, if you are properly taking your water and hydrated, you will not feel that you are having some difficulty in concentrating on the lecture. So this way, all bodily functions come there. Hippocampus, I talked about that. Hippocampus is actually, see, this hippocampus, when the person is born, it's not there. It is developed around 2 to 4 years age. And once that is developed, you remember what is happening around you. 5 वर्षापर्यंत तुम्हाला लक्षात राहत नाही. 5 वर्षाच्या नंतर सगळं लक्षात राहत. काही लोकांना 6 वर्षानंतर लक्षात राहतं. ते हिपोकॅम्पस वर अवलंबून. See, the learning experiences which your parents give, right? They are most of the time forgotten. That is called as childhood amnesia. That's because the hippocampus is in the evolving stage and it evolves around 2 to 5 years of age. In a developed brain it is there. पहा, त्या एज मध्ये मुलं वाक्य बरोबर फेकत नाहीत. त्याच्यानंतर मुलं वाक्याची सिक्वेन्स बरोबर करतात. This scrambling, correct, getting the words, that is the job of the one of the jobs of the hippocampus. Right? See, middle prefrontal cortex is, suppose this 2 fingernails, this portion is middle to front. If that is connected with the amygdala, you have emotional control. काही लोकांना रागावर कंट्रोल असतात. परवाच्याच मॅच झाल्यानंतर टीव्ही फोडणारे लोक होते. बरोबर आहे. टीव्ही फोडलं म्हणजे काय ते मॅच जिंकणार आहेत का आपण? नाही जिंकणार. हे समजायला पाहिजे ना. बिफोर यू ब्रेक इट, इफ यू अंडरस्टँड इट, यू सी. मुलांना असं समजावून सांगायला पाहिजे की बघा, हे कॉर्टेक्सचं कंट्रोल निघून गेलं, एकमेकाला भांडले तर जीव घेतला, खुनाच्या आरोपाखाली आयुष्य सगळं जेलमध्ये जावं लागेल. पण रागावर नियंत्रण असलं, 2-4 मारल्या चापटा तर मास्तर काही करत नाही, पोलिसात देत नाही ना. मग एवढंच मारायचं की टीचरनी शिक्षा केली पाहिजे, पोलिसात जायला नाही पाहिजे. ओके. Kimva, there could be other example. Your brain is a 2-floor architecture. On the ground floor, what is there? Bodily regulation. When you are on the ground floor, it's all very good. Nothing to danger. But amygdala is also there. If you in that room, it's dangerous. So you should not do that. So if you happen to come into that room where amygdala, you are furious with anger, what you should do? You should climb and go to the first floor, cortex, middle prefrontal cortex. Once that integration comes, amygdala and middle two, if they are connected, that means you can plan not to hit the person who is before you. If that goes, if the connection goes, you will hit and you will be in trouble. So for this model is used. Teach in the schools. Because it's very easy, you need not carry the model with you. Right? So in some of the slides I have given some, this is for your, those who take the PPTs, they will have some idea about. Early experience shapes the regulation of the synaptic growth. हे बघा, एकदा रागावर कंट्रोल झालं की दुसऱ्यांदा करणं सोपं जाते, पहिल्यांदा अवघड आहे, तिसऱ्यांदा अजून सोपं जाते, चौथ्यांदा तर तो जर तुम्हाला राग आणत असेल तर तुम्ही हसायला सुरू करता. When we were teachers initially, students are not attentive, we used to get angry. So first 5 years, Manthakar was a very bad teacher. See, you leave the room. I used to instruct, don't trouble others, go out of the room. Next 5 years, see, my delivery was wavering with anger. Students were knowing that I was angry, but I was not uttering, go out. Now, you come or go, I want to do. Wavering has gone. It's through training. See, minimum 12 years, I will tell you, minimum 12 years are required to become a good teacher. From my own experience, I will tell you. Minimum 12 years. For me, it was 20 years. I am a slow learner. Right? This wavering was persisting for a very long time, very long time. And it comes sometimes even now as well. But I try to keep that to minimum. Interpersonal experience continues to influence how our minds function throughout life. एक लक्षात ठेवा, जो माणूस उत्साहाने काम करतो त्याच्यासोबत दुसरा माणूस येऊन काम न करता बसू शकतो का? ज्याला करायचं नाही तो दूर पळतो, पण जवळ आलेला उत्साहाने काम करतो. ही गोष्ट आहे की नाही? This is true. If you have interest in the subject, student will have. And if student don't have, you don't have. Assume that you don't have interest in the subject. That is my own experience. When I am not teaching with interest, automatically student get this. When I realized this, it took 20 years for me. When I teach a subject which I don't like, automatically that happens. So slowly I changed. And then I started teaching the subject which I don't like with passion. And I got good response from the student. So self-regulation, it's a lifelong process. Experiences can shape not only what energy and information enters the mind, but also how the mind processes the information. See, अजून एक आहे. तुमच्यापैकी किती लोकांना पहिल्यांदा फुलाचा वास घेतलेला आठवतो? आठवतो का? मला आठवतो म्हणून मी सांगतो तुम्हाला. पहिल्यांदा कधीतरी लहानपणी आठवा, आईने एखादं फुल दिल्याचा वास घे तुला म्हणलं, फार छान असतं. माझ्या नाकातून रक्त यायचं. माझी आई मला नेहमी वेगवेगळे, तुला जे आवडतं त्याच्याने ते रक्त कमी होतं. सेरेब्रल कॉर्टेक्स वर 6, द डेप्थ ऑफ द सेरेब्रल कॉर्टेक्स इज 6 cells, राईट? Brainstem is taking the information. When you take with smell through your eyes, the information is going from up to bottom. थोड्या दिवसांत काय होतं, तो फुल दिसला, त्याचा वास कसा होतो हे तुम्हाला अगोदर माहित असल्यामुळे थ्रू मेमरी इट कम्स ऑटोमॅटिकली. अवेअरनेस इज समवेअर हिअर. समोरचा मित्र काहीच तुमच्याशी वाईट वागत नसतो, उगाच तुम्हाला वाईट वागतं. असं घडतं की नाही? असं घडतं. आणि फुकट दुश्मन्या होतात. आपमध्ये जे चाललंय सध्या माहितच आहे तुम्हाला. खरंच एकमेकाशी किती वाईट वागले तर सेकंड इश्यू आहे, पण शहाणे लोक इथं चुकतात आणि बहुतेक वेळेला शहाणेच चुकतात. म्हणून वेडे लोक एकत्र, म्हणजे किंवा बदमाश लोक एकत्र येऊन गँग करतात, पार्टी करतात, जिंकतात, आणि शहाण्या लोकांवर राज्य करतात. हा जगाचा इतिहास. मसल पॉवर विन्स. दिस इज द रिझन. राईट. सो मग चांगल्या शहाण्या लोकांनी एकत्र येऊन का जिंकून नाही? दॅट्स माय क्वेश्चन. The emergent process of energy and information flow within bodies and within, see, this is for all senses. It's not only for smell, बर का? Touch. तुम्ही वाहत्या पाण्यात पाय टाकून बसा. Tranquility automatically comes. You don't take pill. तुमचं डोकं अशांत असेल, नदीच्या पाण्यात पाय टाकून तुम्ही बसले किंवा हात वर केले, छान झुळूक वाऱ्याची जाते. Tranquility automatically comes. See, brainstem वरून वर जे येणारे सिग्नल्स आहेत ते तुम्ही कॅच करा. दॅट्स इझी. ट्राय टू परसीव्ह. डोंट ट्राय टू थिंक. वी थिंक टू मच और वी डू टू मच, बट वी डू नॉट परसीव्ह. इथून तिथं तिथून तिथं करायची फार विचार करून करा ना. किंवा काहीच न करता शांत बसता येते ते बघा ना. द पीपल हू हॅव रिअली हॅव ग्रेट रेप्युटेशन ऑफ वर्किंग, दे वेर calm and cheerful while they were working. How they were able to keep that calmness and how they were able to be cheerful while doing difficult work. Try to understand them. They were perceiving the surroundings very nicely. It's very important that your perception should be trained for that. I'm making a sense. See, I can take question at any point of time. इंटेन्शन मला ते फोटो चित्र दाखवून तुमचं मन रमवायचं नाहीये. आय वॉन्ट टू एंगेज युअर ब्रेन. दॅट्स वाय मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम आय डोंट कीप ऑल दॅट थिंग्स. मी हे सगळं सांगत असताना तुम्हाला इथं गुलाबाचं फुल दाखवून सगळं सांगितलं असतं. somebody, I think good number of audiences is there. I will give you one very good reference. History of natural senses. And one very good memory I will tell you. I happened to read this book in the last year only. When I read it, all the time I was recollecting my mother. My mother has not learned all these things, sciences. But what she was trying to give me as a child experiences, in a scientific way they are put in this book. Diana Ackerman. And she is the workshop is taken by 3 people. One, interpersonal neurobiology by Daniel Siegel, which most of the topics I'm using. Second one is this lady, Diana Ackerman. Third one is John Kabat-Zinn, who has established mindfulness or meditation as the research field in the Western world in the last 25-30 years. See, one molecular biologist trained but acting as professor of medicine, the other one clinical psychiatrist, and third one naturalist. They together take a 3-day workshop. You can understand the scope of this. One more person, Richard Davidson, who works in neuroscience, affective neuroscience, works very closely with these guys, but brain functioning and all that, too much into it. He may get a Nobel Prize in coming 5 to 10 years. I wish. Because contemplative neuroscience is a new subject which he has formulated and accepted across the world. I'll come to that later on, right? Some EEG signals come only to the people who are trained. For others, they will not come. And you can train for better learning yourself. The experiments I will share at the end of this lecture. So, mind sight is the ability to see the internal world of self and others. See, I must be able to see my internal world. I can control the anger if I sense it, if I perceive that anger is in my body. Many times, the anger is in my body, but I don't know. I behave angrily, but I don't know that anger is there. So this self-regulation is very important. Somebody else is angry. Many times we don't understand, and we try to give some counseling, and then a ruckus will follow. That should not happen. So mind sight is very important. पार्ट्यांचे सगळे एकमेकाचे भांडणे होणे कमी होतील सगळ्यांना माइंड साइट आधीच. See how the mind sight can be developed. The way, suppose assume that mind sight is a lens, truly understanding me as well as others. I can focus on me, I will understand myself. I can focus on others. So it is on three tripods. One is openness. I must be ready to listen carefully what the other person is saying, or my intuition is saying to me, my own mind is saying to me. Many times the conscience, सत्सद्विवेक बुद्धी आपल्याला सांगत असते हे चूक आहे करू नको. आपण ऐकत नाही. And we do it. For the thrill of doing it. Objectivity. We should be objective while doing this. And observation. If these three tripods, these three pots are nice, then the mind side will be very nice. The resolution of the conflicts will be easy with a better mind sight. I hope I'm making sense, right? Mind sight, everybody got this idea? There is a book, the title is Mind Sight, where the clinical studies and philosophy is there. Somebody is interested, I cannot tell you in one slide all that book's thing, right? So that is by Daniel Siegel. You can just type in and can immediately get it. So, awareness is very important. We must try to be aware of ourselves. Regulation results in integration. Being aware is our mental lives permits conscious choice. See, why a batsman like Sachin Tendulkar have got a range of, so the same ball comes. Sometimes he will square cut, the other time he will flick. Next time for the same ball he will do the drive in different directions. Why all these shots are with him? Why not for others? Because he is aware. When the ball comes, he is aware of the choices that he has. And it has come just like that. How many hours of practice? He had some talent, but he has put hours of practice